My name is Steve Monday. I'm with WirePlayers. Wanted to do a little video analysis of the racing this weekend. I'm not the horse racing kid, but I'll tell you about the races I'm playing and maybe give you some insight into how I'm betting, and maybe you can let me know what you're doing. Let's start at the fairgrounds. Looking at the Alan Lacombe Memorial Handicap. It's mile 16th on the turf. These are races I love to play. Great races to bet. So let me tell you what I'm thinking of. Looks like a 2-3 horse race max here. The 2 upper line, the 3 force uproar, and then we got Ice Mist. And Ice Mist is a front runner in a race that doesn't have a lot of speed. She's basically going to be on the lead. She's not going to feel a lot of pressure, and it's no matter whether she can hang on. Problem is, you got 2 horses that are probably more talented than her that are be right on her heels. Namely, the 3 forced uproar coming in with a 3 race win streak with James Grant, and that's the 5-2 favorite. But a horse I like even more is the 2 upper line with Rosie Napravnik. This horse coming second off a layoff, running much tougher company, but I think she's going to stalk right behind Ice Mist, and she's going to probably go away. So what's your bet? Put upper line on top, maybe box it with forced uproar and a couple smaller bets, and then do Ice Mist in the 2-hole and the 3-hole, and then go, if you're doing a trifecta, try to find a price. And there's a couple 15-to-1 shots, a couple 21-to-1 shots in here I like. Not that are in there, I don't really like them. But there's 2 horses, the 7 instant style, the 8 single solution, that are nearly indistinguishable in terms of their record, especially on the turf. They're both, well, instant style is 10-to-1. You might get a better price. You got Corey Lannery riding, he's very competent. Second off the layoff, third the forced uproar last race, so you know she can hang, and it looks like single solution maybe not quite as in as good a form right now, so that might be a deciding factor for me. So anyway, that's that race, the 8th at Fairgrounds, the Alan Lacombe Memorial Handicap. That's how I'm playing it. If you have other thoughts, let me know. Leave a comment. Let's take a look at the Miracle Wood. Now we're looking at a 3-year-old race. Now this is a good weekend for 3-year-old prep races. Now Miracle Wood's race 8 at Laurel. These aren't necessarily horses you're going to see in the Kentucky Derby by any stretch. You might see them maybe in the Preakness or even down the road in some of the other 3-year-old stakes races later this year. To me, the clear talent is Bandbox, number 6, with Travis Dunkelberger. This horse has done very well. Lost his last race in the Remsen. Had some trouble, but he lost to Honor to Serve, Mucho Macho Man, and Mountain Town. So, I mean, there's no disgrace in that coming forth to those 3 horses at all. JJ's Lucky Train is actually 7-5 to Bandbox's 3. JJ's Lucky Train has finished second in the last 2 races to horses that I don't know if they're much better than Bandbox. So I think you take Bandbox, you play against JJ's Lucky Train on top, maybe play them underneath Bandbox in an exacta, and then go for a price underneath. And there's going to be a lot of price horses in here in the try. And take the 5 Afternoon Delight. To me, looks like a horse that can get up for third. There's some other horses that are at low odds. Wicked Thunder, Disky Dance. And this horse is pretty much trading races with them. So take the better price. I think Afternoon Action is going to like the 7 furlongs more than a 3 and a 4. And see if you can hit the try on a very logical play. All right, let's go to the track that's got the best card of the afternoon, Gulfstream Park. Okay, let's take a look at the Hutchinson. It is 7 furlongs. It's a grade 2 for 3-year-olds. Horses that don't quite want to do 2 turns at this point in the Derby prep season. So they're just going to get a little conditioning before maybe they stretch out the 2 turns later on. I know a lot of people like the 1 Crossbow. I think this is a great horse, but drawing the rail and a race loaded with speed, 7 furlongs is not a good thing. Even though it's got Ramon Dominguez, who I think is a terrific jockey, it's just not a good situation. 5-1. I think it's a great horse, but I just don't like him today. Really, the horse, and when you look at the form here, just about every horse in here has got early speed. So this is going to be a shotgun blast outside the gate. So maybe take a look at somebody that's a stalker. It's going to be at a price. It's the 7 Leave of Absence with Rajiv Marat, the Jamaican. So Ran last time in the Holy Bull, so he's cutting back. That was a mile. He's cutting back a furlong. It's always a good play. Looks like he had a little trouble at the start. Got a rough start out of the chute there. So, and the horses that he faced in the Holy Bull, probably better than what he's facing today. So, leave of absence, I think, is a great play from a pace perspective, maybe even a class perspective, and you're going to get a good price. So, and then if you're playing like I do, I always, when I get a good horse like this, attractive odds, I'm definitely going to hit the win pool, but to also play the exact and the trifecta. And, you know, you got a horse like Manacero who always shows up. Each race, he goes to a higher level. He goes from a maiden to a state stakes, then he goes to a listed stakes, and he goes into the Pasco, which is another listed stakes, but always wins. So 12 to 1, you know, maybe you can make something happen. Another horse, you know, Madman Diaries coming out of the juvenile turf. I don't know. You know, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but definitely been facing some tough company. And, you know, I like leave of absence. Maybe try somebody else on the outside as well. Black and Beauty. Of course, you got Sleepy riding, so I don't know if that's always a wise choice. But, you know, look, maybe Razzmatazz. Razzmatazz, and you got to love the name, but you got Hobby riding. This horse can stalk, so he's not going to be right there in the teeth of the pace. If he's smart, Javi will pull him back a little bit, let him relax, and make that one run. And he actually may get the jump on leave of absence, and leave of absence is going to have to run him down. But I think this horse, Razzmatazz, leave of absence, a couple price horses, hit the exacta, and then go out and have yourself a stake. All right. The race of the weekend, the Fountain of Youth. What can I say? This race, to honor and serve, is going to be the odds-on favorite. And the question is, are you going to try and beat the honor and serve coming off, what, 6 months, you know? So coming off, not 6 months. It's just since November, hasn't seen the track. And, of course, been training excellently. But this horse is not really going to face a lot of pressure on the front end. Johnny Velasquez is going to get him out there. He's probably going to be coasting. I don't think anybody can run with this horse on the front. He's probably just going to wire the field. Now, are you going to take odds on? Are you going to bet a horse odds on coming off of that long of a layoff? I wouldn't do it. So, probably not going to play the win pool in this unless for some reason he's over or above 2 to 1. Hey, there's worse ways to spend 50 or 100 bucks on a horse like this when it looks like he should destroy the field. But I wouldn't play him less than 2 to 1. Sold at, never ran on a dry fast track. You know, won for fun in the slop last time against you know, I wouldn't take a short price on Sold. Actually, I tried to beat Sold at with somebody underneath to honor and serve. Gourmet Dinner, another horse, kind of like Manacero in the last race, another horse that seems to outrun his odds. I mean, there's a horse that's banked $900,000, $700,000 in graded stakes earnings. It's going to be in the Derby. You got Ramon Dominguez riding, training at looks like he's training lights out over the Gulfstream Park track. The trainer has no problem taking on tough customers. So this horse is real tough. I think he can come in second. You got Casper. I think Casper's Touch can do well. Even Bowman's Causeway. You got a Giants Causeway horse here at 20 to 1 with Julian Leperoux. Throw him underneath to honor serve in the second and third hole and see what you can get. Even Shackelford. I think Shackelford is another horse you throw him underneath. 8 to 1. So I think the 8, the 5, the 4, and the 2, throw them underneath to honor and serve and hope you hit a big price. And then, like I said, go have a stake after that. Anyway, those are my races of the week. That's what I'm playing. I don't know what our community races or challenge is, but I know that I got a message here from Derek Brown. Derek Brown sending me a message with his pick, but we're going to do well. I think we're going to make some money because these are great races.